And that's why the very next part of the verse just so seamlessly says, would one of you like to eat the flesh of their dead brother? Like it's an appetite. By telling you this is equivalent, the Quran is saying, to eating, as having an appetite for the flesh of your sibling that died, and you eat them after they died. And there is a jarring parallel or parallels here. The first of them is that when you eat the flesh of a human being after they've died, number one, they're defenseless. Right? That's how shameful you are. You're attacking someone that can't defend themselves because they're dead. That's why, subhanAllah, maybe in English also they call it backbiting, because their back is turned. They're unaware of what you're doing. Like the dead person is unaware. The other factor is you're dishonoring them. You know, our skin, subhanAllah, makes us more presentable. When someone has a wound, it's hard to look in the wound, right? Our skin is what covers the blood and the organs and everything else. You're tearing away their public image, their honor, their reputation. As if this image of the human flesh-eating cannibal, the contemptful cannibal, the backbiter, the suspecter, right? You should be very uncomfortable with this image. And so it's as if naturally you're gonna say, okay, how do I get out of here? Like things I could have said or done or gestured could contaminate not just an ocean of good deeds, right? Prophet ﷺ said, clear your liabilities before you get to a place where there are no currencies, but good deeds and bad deeds. You pay up in your good deeds. And then you run out, they get tossed on you their bad deeds. And then you get tossed in the fire. May Allah protect us all. That is how it works. And he told them, do you know who the bankrupt person is? The one who prays and fasts and comes to the masjid and has to pay that out to others. So it should make a person very uncomfortable. This is why, you know, Imam al-Bukhari said, I never backbited anyone from the moment I realized it was haram. When I realized the gravity of this, never again. That was the end. I can actually identify the date, the calendar date when I stopped. Ibn al-Mubarak, another great scholar in al-Bukhari, he says that if I were to backbite anyone, I would have backbited my parents. لِأَنَّهُمَا أَحَقُّ النَّاسِ بِحَسَنَاتِ, because they are more deserving than any one of my good deeds. Meaning I'm not even giving my good deeds to my parents. It's survival mode on the Day of Judgment. You can't afford to give anything away. And so, how do you do it? Allah is telling you, don't worry, I am Tawwab. Even though you can't always restore someone's reputation, even though bad news naturally gets spread faster than good news, seek my forgiveness. Pray for the person you've backbited, praise them in similar gatherings, and be resolute to not going back to this. That is how you do it. You can remember the statement of the Prophet ﷺ, whomever defends the honor of his brother in his absence, Allah will defend his honor defend his face from the heat of the hellfire on the Day of Judgment. May we all be recipients of that grand reward.